husband and I had a rebound relationship. It didn't work out. And fortunately, I had this great and gentle soul, Papeni, who came and joined me. We hit the ground running. It was like we had been together for quite some time, but she joined me very, very late. I was almost far ahead with some of the projects, but when he came in, it's like, oh, we've been together all this time. We have the same passion in education, and Papeni and I work on equitable basis. I'm an authority on school management and leadership. I'm not an expert. He's an expert on leadership, but he's not an authority. So we operate on an equal basis.
I'm the thinking part. You don't. Right. But you must still tell us why we got involved.
Why I got involved into partnerships for possibility. Being a principal is very, very lonely, and I believe that you do not have a peer in the school because we're always a senior. And the idea of being partnered with someone at the recruitment stage was like something very, very new for me. In fact, I was very skeptical and doubtful when I joined. I was like, oh, one of those microwave kind of workshops which certainly warms other parts and not everything, but I was proven wrong at the end of the day. And from today, here I am. And I joined because I wanted to make a change in my school, and I wanted to take the school to another level. That's basically the reasons why I joined Partnerships for Possibility.
About me. The reason you took my punchline. My full name is Benjamin Henne. Most people call me Ben. Some people call me Ben. And now I'm Papi. I have been in the Air Force for 40 years, and I did some training there. And the reason why I got involved is I love to give training, and I love kids. And what's the best place to go if you want to do training and you love kids? Isn't that a primary school? Yes. So I took this opportunity, and I'm so glad I did it. And I met Elvis, and we are really a good partnership. Now this is very good.
About the school, Lesedi Potlana was established on the 23rd of January 1993. It is based in a very, very poor area. It's an informal settlement in Soshanguve. Lesedi Potlana is basically a Setswana name, which symbolically means gentle or small light. If you see the motto of our school, it is a secular in design, which means it's got no end, no beginning, just means unity. It's got this very, very memorable colors, para blue, which is color for hope. It also has a torch, which is upright, which conjoins all of us to cast our gentle light of education in the community and to touch lives wherever we go. It's got an open book with nothing written on it. The pages are blank so that each and every one of us is a co-author of his own story in that particular school. You also have a gold ribbon, which also is given to anyone who performs well in the school. We also have a wreath, and if you see the wreath, it's always given to someone. Even today in the Olympia or also in the Grand Prix, anyone who wins is given this wreath as a symbol of heroism. It was done in the old Greek types. So we also need to feed the flame. The flame is there. We also need to move around so that it doesn't get extinguished, and we need to infuse it with our knowledge, with our skills, with all the gifts that we can have. It also have the bee motifs. The bees are the most organized. You have the worker bees who move around to go and collect pollen, but their individuality is secondary to the common purpose of making bees. So that is what we are. Each and every one of us must go individually, bring their own talents, pull them together for a common goal of changing the society. The challenges.
The challenge of the school was, like most of us said, is a lack of discipline. And you also does not have a library, no evaluation system, and we've got this problem of people that's coming late all the time. And the problem with the classrooms are that they are not conducive for learning, and I think it's very difficult for the learners to learn there. Then we also had a communication problem with the SGB. We speak to them, and then they do their own thing. And then I've got this thing about the soccer field. We expect our children to play on this big soccer field, but they are still children. So I believe we need to do something about it, and we will do something about it. And then at this stage, the soccer field is unkept, and that is what we will still sort out as well. Now, together, when we came together, the first thing we did is to sit down and devise a plan of where we are going. So start with the here.
No, it's
so we devised our plan of action, and one of Elvis's biggest problem was that there was no evaluation system. Apparently nobody comes and evaluates and saying, listen, Elvis, you are wrong here. Elvis, you're doing well here. So we devised an evaluation system which he uses now on a monthly basis, and he can see where does he increase, and where does he get better and not better. And then, for me, the biggest thing that we, I think, achieved is to start a library. I was lucky enough to get a second-hand bookshop, and they donated a lot of books to me, and I took it to the school, and now we started the library. We even identified a member of the school that we will send to the local library, and she will be taught how to do it properly. Then we plan to do the following. Our tournament did not happen, so that is the first thing that we're going to do when we come together again. And then there's also a spelling bee. I believe that children need to have a reason to want to spell. And so we will do that. And then we need to really go and define the feed the flame. We need to know what it is to feed the flame. And when we know what it is to feed the flame, we will pursue to feed the flame. Then we want to intend to address our challenges. We will communicate with all the stakeholders, like we were taught. We will find more donors so that our library can get bigger, and then we motivate the children to participate. It's no use having a library, but they do not participate in that, and also in sport. We would like them to participate in. And then we do have a problem that the businesses are not really involved. I think we will have to make a plan to get them involved, and also the community. We will have to speak to them more often.
What I learned from my partner, denk Steen Frosten met leave this as cement. She taught me, I'm speaking Afrikaans for you, my winner. He taught me passion, trust, teamwork, mutual respect, patience, and dedication. And what is it that I learned about myself as well? I learned that there is still much that needs to be learned. And I learned as a quotation that getting together is a start, working together is success. And I've also learned that we can make a difference. What is it that I'm taking away? I'm taking away the fact that out of very little, much can be achieved. And the value of sharing, both at the professional and personal level. I also take away the importance of teamwork. Also, old as he is, I've refined my IT skills, some of my IT skills. That's what I'm taking away. And from the Team Fabulous, it's like trying to trap the Atlantic Ocean in a teaspoon. I've learned a lot. I can't summarize that. And then, as a principal, the trainings that impacted me the most, for me, flawless consulting was the master class. I think it is a master class already, and community building. the results that were achieved, teachers are now taking the initiative in the school development, and we've also managed to change the perception of the school governing body.
Yeah, what I learned from my partner, he is very dedicated and he likes to work as a team, and he's always positive. I never saw him negative, and he's got a lot of patience, even with me. And then I learned things about myself as well. You're never too old to learn. In Afrikaans sê dis nooit, dis soos 'n suikers, jy's nooit te oud om te leer. And I know that I've got this need to make a difference, and I know now I can make a difference. The most important thing I take away is a new understanding about the education system. Nowadays, when people say, "But we've got bad teachers," and I say, "No, you're wrong. You do not know what conditions they work under." Yes, brother. And I met new friends, and I realized the importance of teamwork as well. And another thing that I realized is that money is not the alpha and the omega. We can do a lot without money. And then I also think that the time to think and the flawless coaching, consulting, and the community building was really life-changing for me. We did this first SMT meeting. Guys, they were negative. They didn't want to hear anything about this guy. And when we used these principles, they just changed like that. Just like that. So it makes negative people positive. And then with the tournament meeting as well, it was after hours. Teachers just want to go home. And when we asked the what if question, then everything just changed. The what if question is such a wonderful question. So I use that very often now. Yes, the two of us work. And then we've got this, children practicing some Scrabble, and the teacher helping them. And then here I am building trust. I spoke to everybody around there. We laughed. One of the children came by. He said, "Hello, Uncle Penny." So he said, "How do you know you?" So I spoke to quite a lot of people, and there's children with me, which I really enjoy. That's the SGP chairperson and some more. Then we had this teacher meeting. That was the negative one, which really changed. That lady there, she didn't want to do anything. That lady there. And after the what if question, she was just, I couldn't silent again.
That she's the one who's doing everything.
That's the one there. That's the one there. And this is the sport meeting, and we started talking about the tournament. And there's Elvis with the SMT. And here's our library, our books which we received, and the garden where we have people working there. And here is the most important people in the whole of PFP, and that is the group sitting there. All right, so I've got put some photographs of them. What's in there? Now,